Good evening, District 105. How are you all? On behalf of the Toastmasters District 105, I extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you present here in this forum today. What an exciting session awaits us. What does a district truly expect from its leaders? Your presence this evening already reflects your commitment to growth, service, and leadership. At District 105, our mission is clear and purposeful. We build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. The mission comes alive through leaders who serve with integrity, courage, and a genuine desire to empower others. Today's session is designed to give you a deeper, real world perspective of what leadership at the district level truly means, directly from those who have walked that path. We are privileged to have an experienced and dynamic moderator who will guide today's conversation with insight and clarity. It is my pleasure to introduce distinguished Toastmaster Saiju Victor, a respected leader known for his thoughtful approach, strong facilitation skills, and commitment to developing leaders across our district. DTM Saiju Victor, thank you for being with us today, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, DTM Manikandan, the PRM of District 105, one of the most creative Toastmasters that we have in the District 105 team, for that wonderful introduction and kicking start the session. My dear Toastmasters, respected District Director DTM Cyprian Miskit, District Core Team members, Senior Toastmasters, past District Directors, leaders, and my dear friends. The objective of today's session is to encourage all those potential leaders to take up leadership roles and opportunities. Dear Toastmaster, this is a wake-up call for all of you who think that there is a leader within each one of you. By turning up for this very session, you have taken that most important first step towards leadership. Today's 60-minute session is largely divided into 3 sections. 1, the plan. 2nd, the people. And the third is going to be the action. 3 outstanding leaders from our District 105 will be guiding us through these most important 3 aspects of leadership. Before we move forward, let me introduce each one of them. The first facilitator was a past district director, and he is a current parliamentarian of District 105. He is a transformational coach, inspirational speaker, and leadership expert with over 30 years of experience. He is an HR expert and a pure people's person. I can prove it. Because when he founded his first company, he named it People Tree. Today, he would be handling the first section, the people, which will be all about building your team as a leader. Please put your hands together for our dynamic DTM Gurbinder Singh Punn.
Thank you, DTM Saiju. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, our second facilitator of the evening was the first district director of District 105 when it was formed. He handled a district with more than 250 clubs and served as a region advisor and served multiple roles across the globe as a Toastmaster. In recognition of his exceptional dedication and service to the organization, he was honored last year with the prestigious presidential citation from the Toastmaster International, which is the highest award bestowed by Toastmaster International to any Toastmaster. Professionally, he is a senior leader in oil and gas, managing subsea and offshore projects. Holding a degree in civil engineering and offshore structures, he is an expert in strategic planning. And through his strategic planning, he helped districts across the globe to win accolades. District 105 is indebted to you, DTM Sunil Kottarathil, for your contribution to District 105 and helping us achieve the President's Distinguished status last year. Thank you. And so, when it came to planning, we could not find a better choice than DTM Sunil Kottarathil. Let us move to our third facilitator of the evening. He is our past district director and a senior corporate communication and CSR manager with Sohar Aluminium. He is one of the most loved and familiar face in District 105. And as a district director, even though he was going through a very tough time, he made sure that he held the entire district together. And that was the stepping stone for success for the leadership team that came after him. So DTM Jameel Shakeel, a true leader who believes in action, is going to cover the section of action today. Thank you, leaders, for accepting our invitation and being here for this special panel discussion. And here, all of you are going to be facilitators, and this will be divided into 3 sections. And I'll be triggering some questions to each of our panelists, and they will be giving their opinion. And we will also take the opinion of the fellow panelists. So the first section is aimed at you, DTM Gurbinder Singh Punn. We know that people are essential for any leader. If you don't have a team, even if you do wonderful things, sometimes you may not be able to achieve success. Individual brilliance is not the ultimate thing in Toastmasters. But the first major challenge that every leader faces, whether it's a club president, area director, division director, or any of the core team members of district, is to choose the right people. When you are building a team, what kind of people should we be selecting? Is it the most experienced ones? Or is it people with good attitude who hold great values? DTM Gurbinder, please explain on what should be the method of building or selecting a good team as a leader. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Moderator DTM Saiju Victor. It's a very interesting question. I would say it's $1 million question, because selection, whether this is for Toastmasters or for organizations, leaders always feel challenged when we have to talk about what is that one thing that how can you have one thing to select people? Now, if I have to pick up that one thing, I look for values. When I was in district trio, when I was in DTAC chair, that one word always resonated strongly with me, because the value of service is primary in Toastmaster leadership. We call ourselves servant leaders. We come to serve. We come here to look at how I can help, whether I am a sergeant at arms, whether I am a club growth director, whether I am a district director or a parliamentarian. Those 3 words continue. How can I serve? How can I serve? So the service value is primary in my selection. That's number 1. I also want to kind of flip the coin a little bit and also give a little bit of a caution here, because sometimes we have those shining objects and we want to pick up those shining objects. Oh, this guy is a very senior guy. Let me take him in my team. Oh, he's got a big, he's a CEO of a multinational company. Let me take him in my team. That's okay. That senior guy, that multinational vice president may be good for their charisma, but the question is, are they here to serve? Because Toastmasters is a voluntary organization. We don't pay salaries. We don't compensate people monetarily. So my method is very simple. I look at their resumes, I have a casual chat with them, and I look at how much they did to help Toastmasters or a fellow member. So the commitment is not about how great a speaker you are. The commitment is your value of service, how much I can feel and sense and get that. That will be an ideal team for me.
Oh, great, sir. Thank you. So it's all about the value he holds and the value that he adds to the team that really matter. Thank
Yeah,
you.
the value of service is core here.
Yes, thank you. Now, when you have strong people coming to your team, because we may require strong people, expert Toastmasters, senior Toastmasters coming to your team. When these strong people come to your team, they come with strong opinions. So how do we bring everyone into same page? Because people may have different opinion than what as a leader you or me will be having. So how do we solve this?
Yeah, I think strong opinion is an everyday thing. When we go to eat out at a restaurant, my wife has a very strong opinion about the food. It should be non-spicy. I have a very strong opinion about the food. It should be highly spicy. My daughter has a third plan. So yeah, we are all strong opinion people, and you really cannot create any kind of team, whether it is Toastmasters or anybody else, where you will not come across people with these strong opinions. Now, your question is, how do you get everybody together when there are strong opinions? Well, let me change my hat or my turban, if you might allow me, and let me become a facilitator for a time being. Now, what does a facilitator do? Facilitator realizes that in the room where there are 30 people or 40 people, there are 4 or 5 people who have very strong opinions, who are dominating the conversations, who are not letting many other people come up with what they want to do. What would you do? As a facilitator, I will have an exercise here. I will say, all right, let's all sit around physically in a circle. I'm going to give you an object. This becomes your, let's say this is the object, and this becomes your speaking stick. Now onwards, one person speaks. This is not a debate. You just speak what your view is, and then I pass it on to Saiju. And then Saiju speaks. And then Saiju passes it on to Sunil, and then Sunil speaks. So what happens is that by doing this small activity, everybody gets an uninterrupted time to share. Strong opinion people feel heard because they want to be heard. So they feel respected. And the person who is not giving his opinion also now kind of gets a little bit pressured to speak up. And if he or she chooses to speak, they have an opportunity. So, when we do this piece, we kind of then do the second part of it, which is, okay, Sunil, you said that we should have a webinar. And Jameel, you said that we should have a mentoring program. Okay, I think they're both looking connected. And then we start to build those bridges of alignment between strong opinions and not so strong opinions, looking at the picture of which opinion serves our members best. So it's not as simple as I said it is, but it is doable. There are techniques that our leaders can learn. Facilitation is one of those beautiful techniques of working with groups, and I think this is what I would do if there are strong leaders.
Thank you, DTM Gurbinder. So let me go to DTM Sunil. That DTM Gurbinder said that everybody should be given an opportunity to speak. So I'm giving you an opportunity on this topic. Well, how do you, if you were there, how would you handle it?
Actually,
quickly.
Toastmaster Gurbinder has already given a lot of tips there, very good points. I'll just add only one small elements there. Whenever we have this discussion happening or the meeting happening, avoid distraction during this period and focus on the goals. So that's the only tip I will add to that.
Perfect. DTM Jameel, anything from your side? to handle the strong opinions of strong people?
Thank you, DTM Sunil, and DTM Gurbinder and DTM Sunil have really given some wonderful nuggets. I think for me, it's what I would just like to add on to that is, as a leader, we should be prepared to be open to strong opinions, and we should value them, listen to them, and give them its due. Because as a leader, sometimes I believe that some leaders tend to be afraid of strong opinions because they feel it challenges their authority. But I think on the other hand, strong opinions help you build a better version of yourself as a leader and instill more confidence in your team that you are there to listen genuinely to them, no matter what or how strong the opinion might be. Thank you.
Great, thank you. So basically, the strong people and their strong opinion, they need an audience. They should be heard too. Thank you. So now, DTM Gurbinder, when we have a team, there may be people who may be very enthusiastic towards the beginning, but slowly they don't get interested in the team. They become disinterested and they don't become part of the team, and they are not contributing to the team. In such scenarios, how should we handle? Should we be allowing them to make a graceful exit? What would be your opinion?
I will give you two perspectives on this. First perspective is we are all servant leaders. As I said earlier, we are voluntary employees, so to say, of our organization, which requires energy, which requires time, which requires planning, which requires preparation. So burnout is a natural process of anything like that. Whether if you are an employee in your organization, a senior leader, you will burn out because the demand sometimes will be very high. I'm a human resources person, and right now it's the time is of annual performance appraisals and goal settings and all. And I know the people in my domain are burnt out right now because it's no longer a 8-hour work day. That's exactly what happens when you reach a DTAC or a membership closure period or a repayment of membership. Burnouts are part of the process. So that's the natural burnout. However, there are second category of people who may slightly start to get disengaged. They may not be showing up as who they were. Now, first mantra here, or the first technique here, is catch it early. If I find that Saiju Victor, who used to be a very enthusiastic person on my team meetings, is keeping quiet these days, he's not contributing as much as he used to, this is the time to have a conversation with Saiju. And being a coach that I am, my first conversation with you would be, hey Saiju, I've missed your energy. Is everything okay with you? What's happening here for you? I saw that you were not being yourself. The empathy has to come in first because the other person has been given her or his contribution to you as your team. This call is a taking care of the other person call. This is the same call that I would ask every leader in their organization to do the same thing, not just Toastmaster. Whenever you see disengagement, the first thing is, hey, what happened? Is there anything I can do to help? Sometimes there might be just a personal struggle. There might be, I need a break. I need some time off. I'm not, and that's fine. Then you can easily do that. But then having done that, if you find that the pattern continues, the disengagement continues, the lack of energy continues, then be kind and allow them to exit gracefully. Because the vision and the mission of the Toastmasters District is bigger than your and mine personal issues. There is nothing wrong in gracefully exiting a role if I am not able to fulfill it. We are not here to carry the badge of honor saying, you don't know how much I sacrificed. No, we're not here to sacrifice anything. We are here to create our good life using Toastmasters and then life of people around me. So yeah, be empathetic, listen to them, give them an opportunity, and if they need to move out gracefully, there's no problem in doing that.
Thank you. So base is to reach out, and it's okay to let them go. Thank you. Toastmasters, one of the concern that everybody, every leader says in district especially, is that we cover a geographically large area, different representation, different segments. So how do we balance that equal representation is given to every segment without affecting the quality? This is one concern that some of the leaders were expressing. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, as it's a global phenomenon now. Diversity is, in fact, a concept. We talk about DEIs and we talk about, inclusions. So, and within Toastmasters, we are present in 150 countries, and District 105 is many countries, many different languages, different cultures, different backgrounds. So diversity is right now on the screen. You see a Keralite, a Punjabi, Omani. I don't know where Manikandam is, but I'm sure Kerala only. So so you see the majority of Kerala on the screen right now, and a little bit of India, North India, and Oman. But we are diverse, right? Which means we think differently, we eat different food, we talk differently, we have different viewpoints. So nothing wrong in diversity. But diversity at the cost of quality? No, not that. I want to have one person of this country in my team, even if he or she is not performing or not competent or not qualified, I'll have a little bit of a question mark there. Because at the end, it is not just about being politically right, it is also about the results, the commitment, the delivery that we have. And so my approach is, yes, diversity. I want a full spectrum of flowers, a rose, a lily, a gladiola. I mean, I want a bouquet of different flowers in my home. But if those flowers are not really fitting in that bouquet, then I don't want to push that there. So service comes before anything else.
Thank you. So diversity is good, but always look for quality and choose the best from the diverse segments also. Thank you. DTM Gurbinder, the next question is a great concern for the current leaders and the leaders who are wanting to become leaders also. How to keep your team motivated without burnout from July 1st to June 30th?
DTM Saiju, these questions you have picked up are real difficult questions. Usually I charge money to answer these questions, okay? So be aware that I'm a coach and an HR consultant and I'm giving it out for free today. So District 105, please note that I will be sending a bill to DTM Cyprian for all this. So yeah, burnout. I spoke about burnout a little while ago, and I would say that keeping the team motivated without burnout, I think it's not really a true statement. Team will get burnout. We are in a high power leadership role. We forget we are volunteers because the fuel here is not money. It's appreciation. It's progress. It's connection. It's a joy we get from doing this. Why are we sitting at the middle of the night on this call here from different countries and talking for something else? So as a coach, as a human resources person, I have a few thoughts around how do you manage burnouts. Number one, celebrate small victories. Not just great big victories, small victories. Oh, we had an event yesterday. It started on time, it ended on time, and people came. Let's celebrate. I mean, you can choose your ways of celebrating. It can be a coffee or an ice cream and If it is up to Cyprian and me, we have different ways of doing it. But celebrate. Second is respect their time. Don't let them burn out. Don't call people to a meeting and then don't be there. You're not present there. The meeting in Toastmasters starts on time and ends on time. Respect for their time will capture that part of not letting them burn out. And then, give them a model, a role model of self-care. I used to do something when I was in the district as a try. I used to say, okay, this weekend, I am on a self-care mode. I will not be answering your WhatsApps. I will not be replying to emails. Please allow me. I need these 2 days to really take care of myself because I am around burnout. And I respect people who will show up as team members and say, hey, I'm burning out. As a leader, watch out for that. As I said earlier, this pain is not a badge of honor. We are not here to sacrifice ourselves. We are here to deliver a beautiful membership experience to the members of district. So keep the cradle of light, energy up. Don't let people burn out. It's very simple.
Thank you. So a lot of things we got confused about what we should be doing. So we should be taking your consultation, full consultation to get the correct answer for it. Thank you, DTM Gurbinder. Now we will move from the people to the plan. If you have a good team, next step is to have a great plan. And the person who is an expert in making such strategic plans is here, DTM Sunil Kottarathil. DTM Sunil Kottarathil, the first question to you is that beyond dashboards, reports, all those things, what are those cultural and human signs or the indications that will tell you that a club, an area, a division, or a district is a potential winner or it is going to do good? What are the signs and how do you actually, beyond the dashboards?
That's a good question. One of the best ways to know whether we are moving in the right direction is to check if we are growing more true leaders at every level, at club level or at area, division, district. That may be an indicator. For example, based on the dashboard and report, let's see a club with 50 members. It may appear to be strong. If you really see that club, it may even have a champion speaker who reaches the district level speech contest at every year, almost every year. But if that same club struggles to fill the 7 club officer roles, I would say it's not really moving in the right direction. Actually, you can get this indication from the area director's club visit report. When the area director submit the multiple visit reports, then that may reveal the clear picture behind the numbers, what we really see in the dashboard and all about the club. Same is everywhere, at each unit, area, division, and everywhere. Say, for example, at a district, we can assess whether a district is successful in the long run by looking at the strength of its leaders. In my view, a district becomes strong not because of the number of clubs or its geographical size, but because of the number of true leaders ready to step up and take up higher leadership roles. So the leaders who are willing to learn, grow, and practice quality and creative leadership skills, that makes a big difference. See, if you take our district, every year, the members elect 40 to 50 district leaders, including the area directors, division directors, district trio. The key question is, how many of them are genuinely developed as effective leaders, ready to serve at the next level? How effective are the leadership training programs we conduct regularly? Are we really motivating and encouraging leaders to create a positive change that leads to sustainable growth? All this matters. Ultimately, long-term success becomes visible when most members, including the current leaders, actively engage in Toastmasters education program to sharpen their communication and leadership skills. In any unit, when learning becomes a habit and leadership development become part of the culture, you can see a positive transformation. It comes naturally. That transformation attracts new members. So it strengthens the existing clubs, and it builds a district that thrive not just in numbers, but even in leadership excellence. So let us build more leaders.
Thank you. So the key is in having new true leaders being created. That is the greatest sign of success of that division, area, club, or district. Thank you.
For long-term success.
Sure. Look, every team or every leader need to set a priority when he or she takes up the leadership position. In order to set up that priority, what should he or she do? Should they reach out to the club, or they have to listen to the leadership team or the mentors? Or should they come up with a ready-made plan of priority and then implement it and cascade it down? What do you think? How should a district, a division, or an area should bring in a priority, and whom they should actually reach out?
Yeah. I think the priority should always be need-based. Whether it's at a club level, division, area, wherever, what's the need? What's the current need? Say strengthening each unit, that must be everyone's priority. And I say everyone because we are all leaders responsible for upholding the district and club mission. If we focus on the basics, our members are our ultimate stakeholders. We are responsible for them. As leaders, if we can help the members achieve their goals and fulfill the purpose for which they join Toastmasters, rest everything will come naturally. It all will fall in place. So enthusiastic and committed members build strong and vibrant clubs. And when the clubs thrive, automatically you can see the area's division and district achieve their mission goals. So when the base units, the clubs are thriving, the rest all can focus more on the higher level objectives. See, if you really see, our districts are struggling even with the basic things. The clubs are struggling. So that's where we should focus on. So our priorities shall be summed up as member experience and club excellence. Now, how we achieve this? In fact, we already have a very clear structure to support this. Each club has 7 officers responsible for its growth. Supporting them from outside are the area director, then the division director, then the district tribe. Now, each of these leaders, if you see, they have their team to extend further support. So ideally, with this support system in place, every club in our district should thrive with healthy membership levels, steady progress in education goals, innovative activities, and regular vibrant meetings.
Thank you.
But we know it's not happening really, right?
So in short, what you meant to say is that we have to reach out to the clubs, and according to their requirement, our priorities should be set as a leader. That would be the ideal way. Am I right?
Correct. Yeah.
Thank you. PTM Sunil, the resources allocated to the members from TMI is always a cause of concern for the area directors, division directors, and district directors. So when you plan a strategy, how do you in fact accommodate this, and how do you handle this particular concern?
You mean to say the money we are getting from
the money,
TI
how it can be? Is there any other way how it should be spent? And what should be the priority for that one on, and what should be the way forward to planning that budget effectively for the benefit of district, area, and division?
Now, if you want the answer on how to spend money, just give me $1 billion US and I can show you how to spend it even less than 1 hour. See, it's true that the money allocated to a district by Toastmasters International is limited. But more than that angle, before coming to that angle, that question, let me ask a few simple questions. What exactly do we want to achieve with that money? Now, if you had enough money, would that alone guarantee positive member experience and club excellence? Or even now, we had this media training and our CEO was in Oman. If he grant us, say, $1 billion US straight away, and we distribute that among our area directors, division directors, and district trio, could we instantly revive all the clubs in Oman and make every single club distinguished? So money is one thing, but what really we need is the strategy. Money is required only to implement a well thought out strategy that is a part of it. If you really see, many times money is the last barrier, especially when we fully understand the other powerful resources we already have. We have a lot of powerful resources, the human potential, the collective energy of everyone, the spirit of servant leadership. See, money alone cannot solve all the challenges a district faces today. We have many challenges, but what we can utilize, capitalize is the inspired leadership. That certainly can solve all the problems we are facing today. If you capitalize on that, then money is required only, even in a limited figure from TI. With that, we can manage that. See, in my Toastmaster journey, I have revived and chartered many clubs with very little or even with no direct post. What truly made the difference was the effort, the commitment, and the passion of the team. Sometimes, you can even charter a corporate clubs just by helping the organization understand how beneficial the Toastmaster program is for their employee skill development. So you can even charter the new clubs or take your clubs to higher level of success just with the human resource, the passion of the members, the service leadership. But of course, the money is allocated in limited way. You prioritize based on your strategy and you really see where you need money after utilizing the human skill which is readily available in your district.
Yes, DTM Gurbinder, you want to?
Yeah, I know. I mean, DTM Sunil is touching on a very, very critical point, and I want to just make my observation here and other senior leaders who have traveled around the world. When I go to a club contest in Canada or in US, at the end of the contest, the judges are given a $2 Starbucks coupon.
Yeah.
And the winners are given a trophy which has been revolving for last 6 years. They only get to keep it for one season. But when I go to a club contest in the Middle East, we have to give the biggest of the trophies and the most expensive gifts, and money is a great enabler, but our way of spending the money has to become more prudent, more frugal, more useful, rather than biggest, longest, tallest, highest. I mean, we are not building Burj Khalifas here. We are building members. We are building speakers and leaders. So it's never about money in Toastmasters.
Wow, great outlook. DTM Jameel, you have something to say on this? Because we were all concerned about budget.
Certainly, yes. Thank you, DTM Sunil, DTM Gurbinder. Very wonderful insights on this subject. I think this is a very interesting subject for everybody because we have all been part of various meetings, whether it's in Toastmasters, whether it's in our respective organizations, when it comes to budgeting and costs and all of these things. I think the truth of the matter is that no matter how much money you give, it is never going to be enough. When we present a budget today, they said, oh, if we just had 50 reals more, it would be great. You give the 50 reals more, then that will become less. You increase, that will become less. So the thing is, this is human nature. Our wants never fulfill. We are never satisfied. So it is best for us to work as leaders. It's a huge responsibility. Fiscal responsibility is a big aspect of leadership. And I think it is imperative for us leaders to work within the resources available rather than try to fight to increase the resources, which is not going to happen. I think it's best to realize that that is a restriction that is similar to not having more than 24 hours per day. Do we ever fight and say, oh, I wish there was 26 hours per day and I'd be able to do so much more? We don't, because we know it's the law. So I believe that resources are exactly the same, whether it's finance, whether it's a personal, whatever it is, they are finite. They are not infinite. We need to make do with what we have. And as leaders, we need to do the best with whatever resources are available to us. So those are my thoughts on this particular subject. Thank you, Saiju.
Great. So money is yet another tool. Use it smartly, use it wisely. Thank you. Now, Sunil, when we see the ground reality sometimes in some clubs, it may not match with the rule book. The club may be having 12, 13 members in the list, but attendance may be 2 or 3 only. This is where we have to do some kind of a planning, a strategy. What is one strategy that you will suggest to those area directors who are struggling that none of their clubs are renewing and none of them have renewed? Or a division director who's struggling that more than 10 clubs are below that level of minimum requirement of 8 members. What would be 2 suggestions? Quick 2 suggestions that you would like to give to them.
I'll share a story, or rather a real incident, which is so close to my heart. That was during my time as an area director. So there was one community club with only 2 members renewed and no meeting held for 8 months when I took charge as an area director on July 1st. So what I did first was I called both the members and had a detailed discussion with them. What they told was so familiar. No members was interested in the club anymore. Attendance has dropped. Regular meetings were suspended. The cost of hosting a meeting at a restaurant venue, including food, has become too high. The president was even paying expenses from his own pocket and he got fed up. Finally, I asked him only one question. Now we are in this situation. This is the reality. Are you really interested in reviving your club? Out of the 2, one of them, a charter member, said he was emotionally attached to the club and genuinely wanted to see it active again. That one spark, that was the starting point. The other member was not very hopeful. He has already given up. Now, with this one single member who has that slight hope or emotional attachment with the club, we listed out certain priorities. The first priority we said was, let us restart regular club meetings using a free venue, so no cost involved. Second, let's bring in more members. Let's try to bring in more members. Now, maybe we may be lucky at that time because we had just conducted a demo meeting at an evening college nearby. So we approached that college management and requested for use of one of the classrooms as a free venue during the evening hours. We also suggested that after the demo meeting we held, the students can continue attending these club meetings. And they agreed happily. So we fixed the first meeting date and sent out invitation to all the past members of the club. Now, these members were not interested. They had already gone from the club. But still, some of them came. The first meeting conducted was just like another demo meeting. And we were also not having much hope on that. But we made one difference. We conducted a member survey to understand the skill development needs of everyone present there. Based on that, we created a plan, a strategy to help each participant achieve a tangible improvement on their goal within the next couple of months. From there onwards, the weekly meetings were designed around the members' needs, the individual members' needs. If somebody wants to improve or get rid of stage fright, or they want to improve on certain specific skill, leadership skill or this, we made the meeting for them. Sometimes it's just half an hour, sometimes it's 45 minutes, but the meeting was specifically for each member to cater their need. Within 2 months, the membership grew from 2 to 10. Now, these 10 members, they experienced the growth. They experienced the true value of Toastmasters education program, and they become the ambassadors for the club. That was a big change. Then we never looked back. By the end of the year, the club had grown to a strong unit with 22 members. And all progressively, they're all progressing steadily on their goals, their communication, leadership paths. And some of them, if they have got a promotion or something, and when they share it in the club, you can imagine what will happen.
Wow.
See, that's the spark. In any club, even with just one member interested, there is a hope, there's a room. And there's
That's
a
an
bonus
incredible
also.
story.
There's a
Even-
bonus
even a
also.
Right. Even a small spark, if it is there, that can become a huge fire,
Yeah.
and it can in fact revive your club. That was a great learning, and this is something that many club leaders, the area leaders and division leaders who have lost their hope, saying that these clubs are not renewing, take
Yeah.
this as a very inspirational story.
And
from here we can in fact move.
in that process, we got that college club also chartered.
Oh,
So that is another bonus.
Thank you. So now we are moving to the next section, that is the action. We have got a wonderful team. We have got a great plan. But if we don't act, what will happen? So this is all about being a proactive leader. So DTM, Jameel, what is one action that you would choose to do it again, daily, weekly, or monthly, if you are given the responsibility as a leader? Or tomorrow, if you become the district director again, please.
Thank you, DTM Saiju. I think or tomorrow is probably not applicable. I don't think the people want me back again. So, but honestly speaking, I believe that as a leader, there are several actions, and as a leader, it can be overwhelming. And I'm not going to shy and say, no, leadership is easy. No, leadership is not easy. Leadership is challenging. Leadership is something that we need to work towards, and only by practice we become a better leader. But if I was to try and boil it down to just one action item that you have asked of me, that I would do myself and I would tell people to do as a leader, I think it's the importance or the value of communication with your team. It has to be clear, it has to be transparent, it has to be open, and it has to be constant. You cannot communicate once and then forget about that person, forget about the team. And when I say communication, it's not just one way. You see, God has given us one mouth and 2 ears. So we are supposed to use them in the same proportion. That means listen twice as much as we speak. Unfortunately, we do it the other way with a ratio of 1:4, maybe even a greater ratio, right? So I strongly believe that communication should be a two-way process where we listen more as leaders and we process it and we use our judgment, our skills, our connections, and our experience to deal with the team members, to deal with whoever is there in our team. So for me, a concrete action would be communication. Everything else is important, of course, but I really, really, really value the importance of communication, because I've personally had several examples where good, constant communication has made a difference. And again, just to close off the loop on communication, I've spoken about one aspect, which is being two-way. The other aspect being a listening leader more than one who speaks. Thirdly, is to ensure that what you are communicating as a leader is actually understood the way you want it to be understood. Because the way we communicate nowadays, it is telephone, it is WhatsApp, email, perhaps this mode, which is virtual, face-to-face, each time that you, or each mode that you use, the way that your message is perceived by the same person will be different. So just think about how the message is going to be perceived by different people. So it is essential that the person that you are speaking to or the team understands what you wish to communicate. So boil it down to communication for me.
Thank you. So it's due to time constraint, it is going to be a rapid fire for both the other district directors. District director, the past district director, DTM Sunil, if you are given the responsibility of being a leader once again, what would be that one thing that you would do, one action that you would do day in, day out, weekly or monthly, regularly?
I'll continue to inspire myself and everyone around me on a regular basis.
Thank you. DTM Gurbinder.
I would continue to celebrate more small wins and keep my team happy.
Great. Thank you. The teams are always outstanding, and whenever we call them for a meeting, DTM Jameel, they will come out with outstanding suggestions, great ideas. And what is the best way to document all those great ideas? Communicate it, cascade it down to every level, if from the district to the division to the area to the club. How to do that?
Thank you. I think your question actually has the answer itself in the or the first part of the answer to what you're saying, which is to document. As you said, anytime that we meet, whether it's with a team, it's in a club, it's an organization, wonderful ideas float around. And that's a good sign of the environment that you have created as a leader, where people feel free to give ideas, people feel free to contribute. But the first thing you need to do is to document them. You write them down, you register them, you note them. Then any action or any idea is only good on a piece of paper until you actually have assigned a person to it who's responsible for it, somebody who's accountable for it, and most importantly, that there is a deadline for it. So the people are aware of what is being assigned to them, what is expected of them, and by when. And this has to be made clear to them. So going back to the first point on communication, this has to be made clear to those people that this is what's happening, this is what I expect from you, and this is by when I expect it from you. And
Great.
then that needs to cascade down to every member using the right persons. So you as a leader cannot communicate to everybody in the district. You have a team, and that's the importance of team. I think this was discussed with, by DTM Punn when he spoke about the people. So you use those people, the right people, to get your message down to everybody.
Super. So document it and delegate, and then cascade it down and to every
and follow up
so
and
that
follow
is
up to close the
and
loop.
follow.
Yes.
Sure. Thank you. Look, when you have a team of 10 members, you may have 2 proactive members and 8 members may be reactive, and some of them may not even be active. So how to build a very proactive team as a leader?
Thank you. It's true. You have a team, you will never have everybody same. You have these 5 fingers on your hand, none of them are the same. In fact, my 10 fingers, because this finger is broken, I have got another set of difference in my fingers, right? The same is for a team. They will not be the same. They will be at varying levels of accountability, varying levels of enthusiasm, engagement, interest. One important word that was said by DTM Punn was that we are voluntary employees of an organization. We are not being paid here. You cannot force people to do things. It is based on interest, based on passion. It is based on how you are able to motivate those people to do what is assigned or what is expected of them. One of the best ways for me that has worked to demonstrate proactive leadership is to lead by example. So if I, as a leader, expect something from my team, I need to first live those values. If I expect that my team is abiding by the Toastmasters values, I need to live up to those values myself first. I cannot expect my team to do something. I cannot expect my team to act on something when I myself commit to acting on something and I just don't do anything about it. Because as a leader, people are always watching us. People are always looking up to us and hoping to be inspired by us. So if you're not able to go out there and be that inspiring leader, I don't think that we are doing a good job as a leader. So therefore, for me, set an example by being a role model. Don't just talk the talk, but it is essential to walk the talk ourselves, and the teams will follow suit. I truly believe in the power of human connections and in the power of each of us as leaders to inspire others around us.
Thank you, DTM Jameel. Now, since we are fast approaching the time limit, the last two questions I will combine them together and ask you. Is that when things are not going smooth, some of our leaders will say that what to do, they are not coming. What is that one reason why members are not coming to a particular club or to that region, or they are leaving and going? And what is the solution and how to find that solution?
I think this particular question, if we had a magic wand, right, we could just sit and make millions by advising Toastmasters, advising organizations, advising corporates. How do you make people stay? How do you make people wake up with the same energy every morning that they come into work, every time that they come into Toastmasters Club, every event that we want people to be part of? I believe that everybody who joins Toastmasters, they have a certain expectation from their association with Toastmasters. If a person is not coming to a club, I think it's the easiest option is to say, oh, people are not coming. What can I do? Oh, I'm the VP membership and I've been calling and asking, but nobody seems to be interested. So when the going gets rough, are you going to be the leader who jumps ship and chooses to swim to shore to safety? Or are you going to be the one who navigates your ship through that storm? Navigating your ship through that storm in the context of Toastmasters for me is to find out, to reach out to that person, to ask them very simply, what is it that has stopped you? We've heard this from our two leaders who've spoken just now. Each of them has given examples of reaching out to people and asking them, why aren't you coming? Why aren't you yourself? Is there something I can help you with? Is something that's upsetting you? The power of connection is essentially important. One of the most important aspects of leadership is empathy. If we as leaders do not have that empathy to really understand and try to understand why a member is not coming, look at perhaps that there is a bigger problem. Maybe it's not just the member who is the problem. Maybe the problem is bigger. Maybe it's systemic within the club, which I don't see. Maybe it's systemic within my area, my division, district, no matter what it is. Am I as a leader going to have that empathy to reach out, or am I just going to go back on the relaxed mode and say, oh, this is not happening. I've tried my best. Nobody's interested. I'm going to give up. So of course not. So I think empathy is important. Reaching out to people is important, and trying to understand what it is that is preventing them from reigniting the interest that brought them here in the first place, and then work towards the solutions.
Thank you. We have DTM Gurbinder raising his hand, and I also want DTM Sunil to be there for this closing answer. DTM Gurbinder.
Jameel touched on a very critical subject here, is every member and reaching out to them and being empathetic and everything. If you remember what happened in COVID, what happened when Toastmasters all of a sudden had to move from being in rooms to online, half of our members didn't even had a Zoom account or knew even how to access it. Then what happened? We got into an override of helping each other, making sure that the people join, they understand what Zoom is. So it's not about whether we can or we cannot. The connections are possible. We have done it. We have shown it. The second thing I want to just highlight here is we have got a big problem these days. We want to do everything on a WhatsApp message. WhatsApp messages don't create connections. Pick up the phone and call that member. The presidents of the club, the VP educations of the club, the membership president, VP membership have stopped calling the members. They want to just send a WhatsApp message and say, I did my job. No, that's not the job. The job is speak. We are speakers. We are Toastmasters. So stop WhatsApping, pick up the call and speak to people. You will find they will open up to you and come back.
DTM Sunil.
That's very true. The members will stay only when their needs are met, or they are valued, they are respected. Now, we are seeing from the members' point of view. Now, see, if you see from the district leaders, what we can do is, like, every leadership role comes with many hidden opportunities. If you are ready to explore them and make the most out of it, it can truly become a life-changing experience for the leader. I'm talking about the area director, division director, leadership team, and even the sub-teams. You can create a big positive change in yourself and in the world around you. Now, if among this whole group, area directors, the subgroups, assistant area director, program quality, everyone, including everyone, if at least half of these leaders carry this mindset, then the district will naturally witness a positive growth year after year. On the other hand, if the leaders are keep finding excuses, blaming external factors, or acting like victims, then the opposite will happen. The district will slowly slide backward.
Thank you, DTM Sunil. So now we have come to 9 o'clock. And as a true Toastmaster, I take this opportunity to close the session this minute, this second, because as our leaders rightly told us, we should respect the time of each and every one of those who have come here from 8 o'clock to attend a session from 8 to 9. Dear Toastmasters, whoever wants to remain in this room and have a Q&A with our facilitators may please remain in the room, and those of you who wants to leave after the session of 1 hour can leave the session right now. Thank you. The session is officially adjourned, and now we will be taking some of the questions. Thank you all. So DTM Manikantan, what I'll do is that I will go through some of the questions that were typed by some of our leaders.
DTM Saiju, can we also ask if members would like to open their cameras? We can have a room
group
full
photo
of
first. Okay, right. Sorry.
Not a group photo. I'm saying we can have a real working group together now rather than just 4 of us.
Sure. Right. Okay. All members, can you please open up your cameras? Whoever is
comfortable. Whoever is wearing the right kind of clothes to be on a camera.
Right. The first question that we would like to take is that is teamwork about agreement or about respectful disagreement? DTM Gurbinder, is teamwork about agreement or about respectful disagreement?
Both.
Thank you. That's a quick one. DTM Jameel?
I agree that it is both, but I believe that agreement should not go down into everybody becoming a yes man. So they should not, everybody shouldn't be in the team just be agreeing because the leader is saying, because that's not leadership, that's dictatorship. I believe that they should be the comfort to respectfully disagree and come to an agreement together.
Thank you. DTM Sunil?
You can agree or disagree, but you should have a clear vision where you're heading to.
Okay. Good. So now it's I will not reveal. We don't have to discuss this one, but this is something that a concern of one of the Toastmasters, I believe. It's regarding Toastmasters. What if the AD visit report is not true? DTM Sunil.
It's a voluntary organization. We know whether everyone does their part according to their choice. We are not here to punish anyone, or we are not here to police it. But however, if the area director's report is not true, it's copied to the president, it's copied to the club president, the other leaders in the district. They can give a true reflection. Because ultimately, how we are going to use this area director's report, that matters.
Thank you.
So you have other ways to get the input.
DTM Jameel?
Just building up on what DTM Sunil said, if obviously one of the values that we have is integrity, right? One of the Toastmasters core values. We all expected to show integrity in our actions, and this is one of those actions. Nobody's there to monitor you, nobody's there to police you. But for any reason, if you've come across an instance where you found that the area director report is not factual, I think that is a learning opportunity between you as a leader and that particular leader to discuss what is the issue. Rather than, because I don't support in reprimanding or punishing or threatening that person, but I believe that is also a learning opportunity, and to see how you can take things forward from there so that it doesn't, so that it can be improved.
Learning opportunity of what not to do.
What not to do, exactly, and how to do it better.
Gurbinder.
I go back to my first answer. It's all about values. Integrity is our number one value, and if the AI director chooses not to be in integrity, we are creating a district of difficult leadership.
Great, thank you. Jameel, should
Yes,
gender mix be an important consideration in building a team?
Wow, this is very, very interesting, because no matter what you say, it will be controversial, right?
It's being
okay,
recorded.
but I am going to go back again to DTM Punn's remarks earlier. Yes, it is important to have diversity. It's important to provide inclusion, but this should not be at the cost of merit. I still believe that merit should be the first criteria. Yes, it's good to have diversity, but question: are you doing diversity to show people, oh look, I have a team of males and females, I have a team of different nationalities, or is it because you genuinely have seen something in that person that they would bring value to the team? It's not wrong to have an all male team or an all female team, right? But gender diversity or any kind of diversity should be done when you really believe that that person coming in brings value, and it's not just something to fulfill a quota, to fulfill some sort of checkbox activity. That's not what it should be. Meritocracy is, in my opinion, holds highest value. No, that's okay. Please. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, your international president is a woman. I hope she doesn't get to hear what you are saying.
Okay,
I think
Sunil.
It's always a good thing to have both the genders on the team, because they bring in their own elements, their own qualities, their own traits. But then again, as Jameel said, and I agree with that, it does not supersede quality of the team.
So, Sunil?
True, I agree. If you can get maximum input, irrespective of gender or any other wise, I will go for it. The more the input, the more diversity input, then the more you'll be able to make a strategy in a better way.
Thank you. Sunil, the question is for you. Should a plan prepared once should be static, firm?
Never. It's always should be dynamic, because things are changing. Even in this short period of, say, a few months, you may have witnessed so many changes within the district. So we have to keep evolving, keep rewriting the plan. However, the goals are same. The destination is same. Only the route are deviated slightly depending on the current scenario. So revisit on your plan, revisit on your strategy every now and then regularly, so that you ensure you reach the destination.
Thank you. I believe both the other facilitators also would agree to that point. So I will quickly jump to the next question. What if those assigned to certain, this is very interesting, Gurbinder, you may have to answer this. What if those assigned to do certain responsibilities don't? Should we keep doing their takes, or assign others to help them, or just replace them?
This is what every organization leader has to go through. You have a choice here. If you want to do your assistant's job, please do it. I don't mind if my boss wants to do my job. What's my problem in that? But you also have an opportunity here to see what can be done to clear that. How do you engage him or her into doing what needs to be done? And if, again, after you have done your coaching bit, your empathy bit, you reached out to understand what's not working, graceful exit, because the bigger picture cannot be left behind. We are here for a district mission, not for your and mine whims and fancies. That's part of the learning leadership. And that's what happens in an organization. If you are the CEO of your company and you have two people who are not doing their job, Will you continue to just be nice to them, or at some point say, enough is enough?
Thank you.
And that can be done respectfully, gracefully. Toastmasters' way of respect, beautiful values all around us. We don't need to do much of planning around them. Integrity, respect, service, and excellence takes care of 90% of the work that we do every day. By the way, before I forget, let me just say, Anthony, I'm so happy to see you here. I can't fly to Canada because there's a storm there, but thank you for being here. You made my friend.
Thank you. Thank you, DTM Gurbinder. Now there is a question for DTM Jameel. This question is that I want to take up leadership opportunity, but the issue is that I am tied up on my official duty. Can I ever become a leader in Toastmasters?
The question, or my question back to you is, what is stopping you? And what has given you the feeling that everybody who has come into the leadership positions were sitting free? I know that the people I have worked with when I have been a member of the trio, when I've been a member of a division team, everybody here is having a lot more things to be done. But we all make time because we believe in the value of Toastmasters. We believe in what it is giving to us. We say very proudly when we go, we say we are making better communicators, we're making better leaders. If you're getting a chance to be a leader today, it is your opportunity to become that better leader, to shine. And unless you don't challenge yourself, how will you know what your limit is? If I put this self-imposed restriction and say, oh, my job, I have an 8 to 5, 9 to 6 job, whatever, I have no time afterwards, that's what I'm always going to be doing. I will never grow, I will never expand. To be a leader is not a right, it's a privilege. If you're getting that privilege, please stand up, put your hand up and go for it. And Toastmasters is one organization where you will be supported. I don't know where you're working, I don't know the nature of your work, but I can guarantee you there are people here who are rooting for you to win and not fail. So if you have this doubt that says perhaps I may not be a leader, please banish those doubts. This is a safe place. Put yourself forward and all of us here will support you.
Thank you. DTM Gurbinder, you raised your hand.
Yeah, I think it's actually more important for people who have too much to do to become a Toastmaster, because we teach the timing, we teach the role of a leader, we teach how to have effective meetings in 45 minutes. So this is perhaps the best training ground. That's the first thing, is this is good. The second thing I always have been telling my team, and I follow the same principle, the list of priorities is always very clear. The family comes first, then your work, and then Toastmasters. Please don't leave your family or your work for becoming a leader in Toastmasters. No, we don't want martyrs here. We want people who can handle their life and then come to Toastmasters.
Thank you. People who wants to raise their questions can, in fact, put it in the chat box. There is a link. They can click that link and put this one, because we have got some more questions here. This is from Toastmaster leader. He asks, people say, Toastmasters say that we have better things to do. Panelists, can you tell them that being a Toastmaster leader is one of the best things in their life? DTM Gurbinder, so it's your turn.
Well, I disagree with the statement. Being a Toastmaster is not the best thing in life. There are many other good things in life which we should be doing. But this is definitely something which I would want my children to be. When my son turned 18 years, I didn't give him an iPhone. I gave him a Toastmasters club membership. And that club membership saw him through his university in Canada and build a career for him, which worked for him. So is it a mandatory thing? Is it the greatest thing on earth? No, but this works. It worked for me. It works for all of us on this screen. So yeah, use the opportunity or don't use the opportunity. But I will not stand up and say, if you are not a Toastmaster, then life is sucks. No, it doesn't. It works still without Toastmasters also.
Thank you. DTM Sunil, the question is for you. How did you use your experiences in Toastmasters outside Toastmasters?
Many times, really, see, being in the projects, handling critical projects, I could easily convince the clients. I'll just tell you one example. Generally, we used to have very boring session of the review of scope of work and all. I still remember with Saudi Aramco, one of the the clients we work with, in the scope of work slides, I used some quotes, Robin Sharma's pictures and all, and they were laughing. So it's you can present in a different way by using the Toastmasters experience, even with the higher level management in other companies, professional companies, and still make a big impact.
Great. DTM Jameel, what's your experience? How did Toastmasters help you out of Toastmasters?
To be honest, the skills I've gained in Toastmasters, whether as a communicator or even as a leader, they have really enhanced my personality. Whether it's at a corporate function, whether it's formal, informal, I believe that this has prepared me to really change my gears and be ready to face any kind of audience. So I have actually stood and presented in front of very high levels, including ministers, including His Highnesses, and I have that confidence. And as DTM Sunil said, in front of a minister also I've made jokes. These are also humans. They enjoy humor. Toastmasters gives you that confidence to try out new things, and then you go back to wherever you're working or whatever field you're in to go and polish and show off those skills. So I believe that this has really helped me to be recognized as a good speaker. So I am known, and people look up to me, people look forward to hearing me speak because of the skills and the experience and the practice and the failures that I have endured as a Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, all the panelists. We have taken a good 17, 18 minutes to answer the questions. And thank you all for being here. May I request all of you to switch on your cameras and let's have a group photograph together. And I take this opportunity as the District Leadership Committee Chair and urge all those leaders who have got an urge to serve the district